All right, guys, here we go. Singer-songwriter vocal. You may have seen this one and be familiar with it from the Pro Audio Files YouTube channel. I've already covered a few things with this vocal, but what I want to do is get a little bit more in depth and go over some of the finer tuned details of mixing this particular style. Something that I want to note is in this song, we've got a great opportunity to show how I would split mixing of the vocal from maybe the verse to the chorus. In this case, the beginning of the song, actually the whole first half of the song, there are no drums. It's an acoustic guitar and a vocal with a little bit of instrumentation that comes in and out from time to time. But for the most part, it's just vocal and an acoustic guitar. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to split them. If you got the bundle, you've got my template, and if not, you got your own template. I'm going to show you how I would pull in. Let's go to my hard drive, scroll down here. I'm going to pull in from, I'm going to sort this alphabetically here. Go down to my templates. I'm going to pull in from my mix template, the latest and greatest right here. And I'm going to import in, let me drag this over for you to see. I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to import in, because for whatever reason I deleted it out of this session. I'm going to import one of the lead vocals. So we'll pull in the lead vocal 2. So we got the track, the compressor, the parallel compression, the level, and that's it. So we're not going to need the playlist. We just need that. There probably isn't any we would copy if we had any. There's no sample rate issues. We're just wanting the session data. Hit OK. And then there we go. It's made inactive by default. I'm going to make it active. Cool. And then now what I'm going to do is take a listen to the vocal, but for the most part, I know that I'm going to want to treat the vocal a little bit more on the smooth side for the verses, and then let the hook, the chorus, dictate the music, kind of dictate what I do to the vocal at the chorus, if I'm saying that correctly. So let's find that spot.
Only a matter of time until they know as well as you.
So drums.
Though you may not have the loudest voice.
So right there, we're going to go ahead and break our lead vocal. I'm going to take it, and off of that, I'm going to drag it down here. And we're going to let 2 be our verse. I'm going to pull it up there. So now we're mixing this differently than we mix all of this, and you'll hear why. Let's go to the chorus.
You've been chosen.
To get the vocal to sound good and sit on top of that music, it's not like a crazy rock track with a bunch of stuff going on, but there's still more going on at the chorus than, say, the verse right here.
Set up, do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they wear.
So I even want to give it a little bit of a different space. I want to do some things different to it. And then between the two, we may copy over some EQ settings or this and that. But for the most part, we're going to jump in. Let's go ahead and mix this verse vocal together. I want to listen to what it's doing. This is not getting any compression. Like in the mixing hip-hop vocal tutorial, you saw that driving the lead vocal level into the 2-bus harder is going to hit the 2-bus compression. But for the most part, this is completely stale. Let's pull that guy out, and the parallel is muted. Let's take a listen.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do.
All right, I want to go ahead and clean up the lows, and then we'll get to talking about it. Everything below 100, I'm just going to cut out with that high-pass, low-cut filter. And then I'm going to jump right in. Let's come in here to clip gain. A little more dynamic of a performance like we experienced with Harry Gettings and Thread, and unlike we experienced with Pablo and My Supreme Being. So let's take a listen to this first line.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
So everything is pretty chill except for walk. He kind of jumps up a little bit on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight, actually, make sure we're in slip mode here. I'm going to highlight this section, just kind of drop it down a little bit, kind of tame it. 3 dB. Let's see what that sounds like.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Take a walk on the boulevard.
Here's before.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
After.
Take a walk on the.
Let it come out a little bit.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
Just clean it up.
Find your place among the stars.
Among the stars. Let's see what we can make happen with a little.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your
stars. Got lost a little bit. Pull that guy up.
stars. Pick your spot.
Pick could come up. Pick your spot. Lift that up without lifting the breath up. A couple dB.
Pick your spot. Set up.
And set up. Could have been a little more articulate there, but this is what we're working with, so we'll slide that up a little bit.
Pick your spot. Set up. Do what only.
What again kind of jumps out at us. Pull that down. And this is all to feel.
Do what only you can do.
Something I like to do with the ends of phrases. Let's do this and pull open like that.
You can do. It's all the eyes they well up.
And that got a little bit high. Let's listen one more time. That might not be.
It's all the eyes they well up.
Let's take a look at what this was doing back here.
Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up. And all the smiles come out.
You can touch it up a little bit. dB and a half or so.
It's all the eyes they well up. And all the smiles come out of hiding.
Out of hiding.
And all the smiles come out of hiding.
Put it right there.
And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace.
And I'm not even opposed to if this gets a little bit like that.
And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love.
That's pretty cool. Let's maybe drop it just a hair. If I can get that breakpoint to cooperate. I'll have to zoom in and get it. Or lose it. There we go. Just a little bit.
And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find residing.
Kind of gets a little hype right there. We're just going to calm it down a bit.
You find residing deep within your soul.
Deep within. Pull that up. A couple dB.
Deep within your soul.
Deep could be a little more articulate.
Deep within.
Okay, so what I did there was I lifted just the D deep within. Now, obviously, it's getting a little bit of a lift, but more so I'm focusing in on the D, the start of that word. So here, take a listen before.
Deep within. Deep within.
With is jumping out, but it's not jumping out more than I want it to. I want deep to match that level. So what we did is this.
Deep within your soul.
Could probably even go a little bit more.
Deep within your soul.
Very cool. And now I don't mind this your soul, but I want the end of that phrase to come up. So we're going to do something like this. A little more gradual.
Deep within your soul. It's time they know that you've been chosen to great.
All right, one more time right here.
It's time they know that you've been.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute because what I would do here is I would probably not split it to another track, but the overall volume automation would come up on this track right there. So we'll get to that once we process it a little bit. But we got this whole first section here, the first verse, pretty well set. We've touched it up a little bit with clip game. Let's hear a complete before and after. Let's pull up the volume, open it up a little bit more, and let's come in here and let's clear it, and let's hear the difference. So clear clip gain, and let's hear this section.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars, pick your spot and set up, do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they...
That's probably good enough, and then back to where we had it.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars, pick your spot and set up, do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find residing deep within.
With the music, I think residing could come up.
You find residing deep within your soul.
Very cool. So I'm loving that. I'm digging the cleanup. Kind of got some phrases that are, moving. We're already getting a little bit creative. All right. So you've heard me say reference. I don't claim to be the world's best mixer at all, not even close. But something that I do a lot that helps me to get great sounding mixes is I reference better sounding mixes. And I listen to the Crystal Lord Alges, Dave Pensado, Tony Maserati, on and on and on. Depending upon the style that I'm working in, I will listen as closely as I can to those references that my clients and I agree on together. You don't want to have in your mindset, you're aiming towards a full hi-fi, pristine, beautiful top end, all this great sounding clarity, and then your client be wanting something that's a lo-fi and bit crushed and distorted. So make sure you're on the same page. But in this case, before I jump too far in to the overall sound and the character and the tone of the vocal, my client and I, my buddy, I call him a client. It's just kind of comes with the territory here. But my buddy and I, we discovered Jason Mraz, The Woman I Love, as a good reference for this song. Now, I purchased this on iTunes. If you want to use it as a reference for this song as well, go ahead and buy it on iTunes and drag it in. I didn't include it in the files for obvious reasons. But I'm going to listen to what his vocal is doing at this point in the song, whenever his vocal first starts coming in. And I want to just listen and try to understand what he's doing, what Tony Maserati did when he mixed this song. And then I'm going to listen to mine, and I'm going to try to shape mine to match this reference. So let's take a listen.
Maybe I annoy you with my choices. You annoy me sometimes too with your voice. But that ain't enough for me to move out and move on. I'm just gonna love you like the woman I love.
Okay, cool. So this is a unique vibe going on there. I heard some pretty neat effects going on. Actually, I heard some reverb tail on just the top end, kind of sustaining out. Some pretty neat stuff, some slaps, a little bit of a space for the vocalist. I think our vocal is going to be a little more mid-rangey, and that's something that actually surprised me about that vocal. I felt almost a little bit of a scoop in there. So I've mixed this song and this vocal a couple of times now, so I know that there's some frequencies in here I don't want. The first thing that I want to do is I want to listen to it and then go back and forth and kind of vibe off of that Maserati mix. Let's pull, I think it's number 3.
I annoy you with my choices. Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars, pick your spot and set up.
Okay, so to kind of kick things off, I think that to hear it a little more level, I'm gonna go ahead and do some parallel compression. So just pulling this Rev A from UAD Let's throw some compression in here.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
Let's unmute it and pull it into the mix.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up.
So it's not hitting it too hard. Let's throw one more on here. Let's go with a, let's kind of level it out a little bit. I'll do an LA2A. You know what? Let's do a Fairchild. Let's go with a 670. Is that a good one? Let's see. Let's pick a preset and see if we like it. Don't need to get to our buddy Ryan West over here. We'll go with the background vocals preset.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
There's not even anything happening with the compression, and it already sounds good.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only.
Really slow. Let's come over here. That's our time constant. Just drop that down.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find residing deep within your soul.
Let's drop that down and let's blend it in again.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do.
Let's go to that Jason Mraz.
I annoy you with my choices. Take a walk on.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to try to control some of these lows. I'm actually going to get rid of a couple of these bands here. I really just want to work and focus in on these two. The lower stuff, we could filter it out, but I'm going to try to control it a little bit. Let's go and let's work on this first one here. We'll just delete this one. And let's see what we can do to control this.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do.
Very nice. So as I slid that up a little higher, you can tell we had a little more kind of a build up in some of the phrases in the 150 to 250 range. So what I'm doing here is multi-band compression, just kind of controlling the lows, dialing the threshold until you see some stuff start to happen. You set a range for how much the maximum reduction would be. You can set your attack and release. I like a really quick release when I'm working with vocals in multi-band compression, like to get in, get out, hit certain frequencies that I'm trying to control, in this case the lows. Let's listen one more time, before and after. Here's before.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the.
After.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
So much, much better. Still going to be some work to do. The other thing I noticed about Jason Mraz's vocal is really bright, and we tracked this just kind of flat with a 414. I'm going to come in and add a little bit of sheen to it with this guy. Get a little character here. Not going to really drive the preamp or anything, but what I do want to do is add some 15K, maybe 4 dB or so, and do it before and after of that. No compression, none of that other stuff. Let's bypass it.
Find your place among.
And with it,
Find your place among.
give it a little air. It sounds beautiful. I feel like there's a build-up in the low mid somewhere else. Let's see if the Pro MB can help us out with that. Let's pull.
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, get up.
It actually might be that. It might be some of those low mids. Just above where we set this. Let's dial in. Let's kind of make it
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can.
I don't want this to get too high. I'm going to bring that back down. I don't really want to mess with anything above 700.
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do.
That's here before.
Find your place among the.
After.
Find your place among the.
Very nice. That's cleaning it up nicely. We're going to leave multiband alone for a minute, and we're going to, let's see, we've got some air we've added into the vocal with the API, EQ. We've given a little bit of control to the lows. Let's see if we need any kind of peak limiting. The multiband compression's already, or the parallel compression's already working really well. I don't know that we need this, but let's take a listen and see what it can do. We've got a fast attack, fast release, get in, get out. Back here, look at some of the peaks maybe.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. Take a walk on the boulevard.
Yeah, it's not bad. A little love to it, a little help. And then let's take a look. Let's go back to Jason Mraz's vocal.
I annoy you with my choices. You annoy me sometimes.
Those S's just sound so bright, but not harsh. They're not hurting my ear. And some of Jairus's get really sibilant, really sharp.
Take a walk on.
I don't know if I can even recreate how sibilant his S's are. I don't know that I want to use a de-esser on him because they get kind of crazy. Let's see.
Take a walk on.
Let's see if we can soften it up a little bit. We boosted around 15. Let's come in here with the Pro DS. Kind of some trial and error, working through the vocal. Now I'm gonna DS before I compress because I like to remove frequencies before I push them into compression. And de-essing is the same way. We're essentially just gonna kind of control and remove some of the harsher frequencies whenever the S kicks in. And we want to do that before the compression. So let's pull open the male split band, and we're going to drop the threshold effectively. I'm going to just kind of kiss this vocal with a little de-essing, and let's see what it sounds like. And let's pick the band. So on this de-esser and most de-essers, any good de-esser, you're going to be able to audition the frequencies that you want to remove. Let's see.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
There's
Pick
three S's there.
your place among the stars. Pick your spot. Place among the stars. Place among the stars. Place among the.
Here's without it.
Place among the stars. Place among the.
And with it.
Place among the stars.
Let's listen in. Yeah, that's really, really crazy in there.
Place among the stars. Place among the stars.
I'm going to help you to hear what the de-esser's doing. I'm going to exaggerate the range. Now we're dropping this like crazy. This is overkill.
Place among the stars.
And you can see what's cool about the Pro DS. You can see those frequencies that it's, or the parts of the phrase that the de-esser is working in.
Place among the stars. Place among the stars.
Without it.
Place among the stars.
Cool. So that's not horrible, but it's a little bit much. I'm going to dip maybe 3-4 dB.
Place among the stars. Place among the stars. Place among the stars.
So about 5 there. And then what I'm going to do when we get over here to this vocal level, we're going to be boosting with a little bit of EQ. So maybe we'll hit it with another de-esser or go down and dip them. We'll kind of evaluate that as we get to mixing it a little bit more in depth. But right here, let's take a look at the overall EQ at this point. Let's come to about here, and let's listen to what's going on.
And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find residing deep within your soul. I annoy you with my choice.
There's not much going on in the lows for that vocal. So when we listen to this, we've got to
take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars, pick your spot and set up, do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up.
Let's see what this filter does. Let's pull this in and just go extreme with it, and then pull it back to where we feel like we're starting to get a more full sounding vocal.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars, pick your spot and set up, do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup.
You know what? Let's do some surgery. Let's get to analyzing this vocal, and let's see what we've got here. I do this all the time. I'm going to go to my 2-bus. I'm going to pull open, actually not even the 2-bus. So let's go here to this EQ, and I'm going to take everything. Let's take everything like 500 and below. I don't want to hear any bass or anything, but I want to find out where his vocal has got low end and where it doesn't. So I'm going to kind of analyze it here. So there's all the bass and the low end down here. Get rid of that. I'm going to focus in on the vocal. I don't hear any vocal, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this up. Back to that verse. So in the one between 170 and 85, there's barely anything. Let's see where we're starting to hear the vocal. Okay, so the fact that we can hear anything from his vocal, we know that it's not completely gone between 85 and 134 or 134. So let's drop it down and see if we get rid of it completely. So after 110, I'm not hearing anything. So what that tells me is it might be safe, being that these are similar songs, similar genres, to cut everything of Jairus out below 110, and then we'll see how that sounds. And I'm just going to kind of evaluate this as I'm going. Let's come over here to 110, and let's just cut it all out. Get the Q back so it's flat. And let's come back over here to Jairus. Oh, wrong one. Let's come 95. Let's go to like the 110. Smack that right there, and let's listen to this. Okay, so his vocal range, the key of the song, there's not even anything in there for us to worry about right now. Back to Jason Mraz. Let's take a listen. So hear a little bit in there. Yeah, we're not too far off in the 200 to 100 range. Let's move it up a little bit more. Let's go to 250. I'll put a marker here for Jairus' vocal. Cool. Sounds like we can use a little more fullness in the 250 range. So let's go to 250. Let's try 240. Let's see. There's a band right there for it, and let's boost that maybe 2 dB. Let's see if we can get it to warm up a little bit. So it sounds like to me the guitar and the vocal are really battling with each other around the 240 range. This is all about mixing vocals, and you can't talk about mixing vocals without talking about getting things to work well with it. So let's go to the acoustic guitar, and I haven't really mixed this song or the acoustic guitars much, so this will be a good demonstration. Let's pull open and listen to what they're doing.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
Now, the same kind of thing that applies with the instruments as the vocal, which is why I'm really digging multi-band compression lately, is I don't want to eliminate that frequency. I think it sounds nice and full, especially whenever any of the picking goes up a little higher. So let's try to control it with some multi-band. And I'm going to find that 200, 240 range. It's really getting in the way of our vocal. Let's go to 250, and we'll get things just a little bit above and below it and see if we can't control it. We don't need to go that high, probably say 300, and we can always come back and tweak it once we go up a little bit more with the vocal. You know what? I think that these are all kind of moving around a little bit. With the vocal in the middle and the acoustic guitar in the middle, they're clashing a little bit more than if we spread that acoustic guitar out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that acoustic out to about 40 on all of these. These are all picked acoustic guitars. And we're going to see if that's enough to keep it out of the way of the vocal. That's about 47. Let's pull it back in a little bit. Right there, right there. Let's take a listen now.
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you.
Much better. That really helped out. Let's go back. So now listening with that, let's go up here to the acoustic and let's bypass that multi-band compression. So here's with it. And without it. You hear that? With it. Man, now we would have never known that if we didn't suck the EQ out. That's a hard thing to hear. And whenever you kind of get in and you start getting surgical with your focusing in from one frequency band to the next, go from the lows to the low mids to the highs and the upper highs and the air. When you do that, you can really start to hear what's going on within a sound. And using referencing, I would have never known that if I didn't pull open the Jason Mraz and kind of get surgical with that. So let me play it one more time. If you didn't hear it, listen really closely to what's going on in the low range without the multi-band. Actually, no, with it. With it, I want you to hear it cleaned up, and then I'm going to pull it back so you can hear the difference. One more time here. Now without it. Right there is a good example. Listen to that frequency, that note. Now with it. Way more controlled. It could probably come back a little bit, but that's helping out a lot. Could probably slide this guy over here to over around 400. There's nothing really below 100 on the acoustic guitar, but that's helping out a lot. And without it, it's jumping out on us. Jumping out at us. So pretty sweet stuff. Let's go back to the Jason Mraz vocal. Let's go to our marker out here. Cool. Slide it up to maybe 350. We'll jump ahead a little bit. So Jairus doesn't have quite the fullness. It's a different key, so you got to be careful thinking you got to go boost too much in the lows. But we may be able to boost a little bit more there at that 240. Let's see what happens when we get crazy with it. I'll be a little more gentle, maybe 4 dB. And let's slide on up. Let's keep analyzing these two. This is Jason Mraz. There's something there for me. Yeah, something right in there I'm starting to hear. Let's listen to Jason Mraz. And now let's bypass the EQ. Let's hear the full range again.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars. I annoy you with my choices. You annoy me sometimes. Take a walk on the boulevard.
Okay, so we got quite a work left. We got a lot of work left to do, but it's so much better. As a reminder to where we started at, let's bypass the multi-band, the compression. We'll just leave basic parallel compression on.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars.
And with this,
pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up. I annoy you.
Cool. So we got some work to do in the high frequencies, but moving right along, you're starting to probably understand the the importance of referencing. Let's slide this guy up to 750 or so. Okay, like I said, you got to be careful because they're in different keys, they're different songs, but nothing there is jumping out at me like anything's crazy going on. Let's go to 1K. Jairus sounds a little honky to me, so we're going to come in here and we're going to kind of analyze what's going on in this 1K region.
Take a walk on the boulevard, find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, set up. Do what only you can do. All the eyes are alive. And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything that boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, set up. Do what only you can do.
Okay, so I feel like there's something in the just above 1K that we can maybe boost in Jairus to give him a little bit of little more clarity, I guess could be a good word to describe it. Let's listen to Jason. the I don't even, man, I wish I could communicate that better, but the just above 1K. Embarrassing myself here.
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find.
Yeah, you gotta remember I don't have that EQ allowing me to hear anything above 1K. So if I'm boosting above 1K, that's only going to do damage to the process. So let's pull that guy. Where are we at here? This guy right here. And let's turn that off. Actually, let's delete that because I didn't feel like anything was being done there. Let's go back to Jason. Let's come over here and boost just above 1K now. Just before 2.
With my choices, you annoy me. Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they wear. I annoy you with my choices. You annoy me. Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot, set up.
So we still have some phrases that I'm noticing. Jason Mraz's vocal is extremely well automated. The vocal doesn't jump and bounce, but it doesn't sound overly compressed. So we've got some vocal rides to handle in this mix that I'm going to probably address here in a minute. But I want to really focus in on the EQ and the tone first and try to get that dialed in. So I feel like there's a little bit of love there.
I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard.
And when we do some volume rides, that'll help so it doesn't jump out too much. But I think that was a successful visit to the 1.2, 1.8, whatever that was. Let's make sure this band doesn't increase what we're hearing.
Take a walk on the boulevard.
Ooh.
I annoy you with my choices. Take a walk on the boulevard. I annoy you with my choices. You take a walk on the boulevard. I annoy.
So he's got a lot more happening in that 3 to 5K region. I'm almost scared of 3 to 5K. I don't like to get too crazy up in that region, but I am gonna pull open and see if it helps us or hurts us to throw some Pultec, maybe the MEQ5. Let's go around that 3 to 5K region and see if we can help it out. As my voice cracks. Let's go to 4. Let's boost there and get a little bit of each on Jairus here.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up.
So without it,
Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up.
it's definitely there. So let's pull in Jason Mraz.
I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard.
Let's go to 5K.
Find your place among the stars. I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard.
I can almost feel like there's a 2K something.
I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your I annoy you. Take a walk.
Okay, so it's getting a little confusing to me. I'm not quite hearing it the way that I want to hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck everything out except for that range. I feel like we did really well. Let's go from 1 to 5K. Let's hear Jason Mraz. Okay, so now that I've focused in a little bit, what I'm feeling is, yet again, they're not the same key. They're not in the same key. They're not the same notes. They're not singing the same part. And I think that's what's throwing me off a little bit there. So I'm going to put this guy back down a little bit lower. And then we're going to slide it up and we're going to move on to the next section. So we'll go up to like 10K.
I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard. I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard. I annoy you.
Okay, go a little higher. Let's just open it up. Let's go full band. But not, I don't want to hear the lows yet.
I annoy you. I annoy you. Take a walk on the boulevard.
Man, there's something really beautiful going on Tony Maserati's mixing of the vocal. Jason Mraz's high end there is just like crazy awesome. Let's see if we can bring some of that out with FabFilter's got that preset here for vocals I like to use and go to a lot is I think it's expand and sibilance controlled. Is it presence and control? The presence, I'm probably going to just use that right there. So let's delete all these except for the one I want. This stuff, we just did all that surgery. I think we're going to be okay. Let's look at here and let's see what this one gives us. The cool thing is it's got a mix knob, so we can kind of set our own preference to how loud we want that to be and how much blend we give. Let's put, it sounds like he's got some air in that thing. So let's pull this up and let's see what we can get.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up.
Because without it,
do what only you can do.
A little bit of air. That might be it. That might have done it. Might have given us some good stuff. And the thing I like about using that multiband is it's slapping it down when it gets a little bit aggressive, when it's too hot.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you.
All right, let's go back and let's listen. You got to keep in mind you're mixing your song. You're not mixing the Jason Mraz song. We're mixing Chosen. So what may have worked for that song may not work for this one. This is all just referencing, kind of keeping an open mind, but I think it's already helped us tremendously to shape this vocal and get it more in the ballpark of a modern, high-quality mix. Let's pull this in. I want to listen to Jason Mraz's top end again from like 5K up. And then ours. Maybe I'm deaf at this point, but I feel like they're comparable. I feel like he's got a lot more top end, but we've got some work to do to smooth things out. So I'm going to delete this. We're going to put this away for now, and we're going to get back to focusing in on our vocal. And let's take a dive into what we've got going on here. Let's just kind of refresh our ear to what we're doing.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
Okay, something I'm noticing. It happens. I'm noticing that we're boosting above 0 by 4 dB here on this vocal. It's set to +4, and this is at -14. If we want to smooth out this vocal, we may be able to do that by dropping this and raising our parallel compression.
Take a walk on the boulevard
versus this.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. And I annoy you. Take a walk on.
Okay, cool. I really like where we're at. I like where we're going with this. I want to go ahead and give some love to the vocal. I kind of like that slap delay that Mraz has got on his. Let's throw some of that on this.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up.
Okay, something I'm noticing. If I boost this, listen to the S sounds and the slap delay.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the
the S's are standing out quite a bit. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pull this slap L and I'm going to DS before the delay. So we're going to put that there. We're going to put that there. We're going to do both sides. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to use, the nectar is the de-esser. If I'm remembering correctly, it's based off of the DBX de-esser, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's just de-ess the crap out of this.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
Saw that? See how it's controlling? So here's boost it, and let's listen. Here's before.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
And then with it.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
Nice and controlled. We're going to put that on the other side as well. And then we are going to send the vocal, not quite that much. Barely anything at all, really. Could probably get away with doing a pre-delay room here, like only pre-delay. Let's see, what was this at? This is at minus 29.7. Let's go about the same. Keep it symmetrical here.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do.
I could drop how much I'm sending into it, but I feel like it'll be better to group these two slaps. Call it slaps, and let's just drop this volume a little bit.
Take a walk on the
With nothing,
boulevard.
we'll raise it up in.
Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding.
And something we didn't even really do is set the, so we got 100 there, probably 90 on this side. I'm thinking, let's go 100 on this side. And like 105 on that side.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars.
All right, cool. It's not bad. Let's move on. Let's give a little, maybe a central. All right, so let's pull in. I want an effect that's going to help the vocal stay in the center. I don't want to spread it out, or I don't want it to get too wide. But I'm not really feeling the vocal slap for this, so I'm thinking a gentle chorus. Now, something about chorus and me, my personal taste, I hate chorus, especially on guitars or other instruments. I'm not a big fan of it at all, unless I'm working with a band that's going for an 80s or an early 90s rock sound or what have you. But the one thing I really do go to chorus to day in and day out with mixing is vocals. And it's subtle, it's sweet. This is a gentle version of chorus. Let me show you the settings on this. You've got the isotope nectar, go figure. The effects section, modulate, and the send is all the way up, and it's selected. Chorus is selected. Leave that stuff alone. And then I've got 100% wet. Very, very simple, straightforward. and it just happened to work. I'm not a big fan of some of the stock choruses, probably because I don't know how to use them properly. But like I said, I'm not a huge chorus fan. But let's listen to the difference between this and show you how sweet this can sound.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up, and all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love and fill your cup with anything and everything you find residing deep within your soul.
Very nice. It's got like a smooth, glossy kind of vibe that sounds really sweet to kind of smooth it out so the vocal is not so dry or plain. Give it a little bit of character, and there's a volume difference there as well. So it's bringing it up in the mix a tad, but the tone just kind of rounds it out, softens it up a little bit, and I really, really like that. Let's exaggerate it and see what we get.
Take a walk on the boulevard. Find your place among the stars. Pick your spot and set up. Do what only you can do. It's all the eyes they well up.
Let's mute it.
And all the smiles come out of hiding. Embrace the love.
Yeah, it's almost boring without it. So I'm a fan. I'm going to leave that there. And what I'm thinking is we're pretty close on this verse vocal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these settings over to the hook, and then we're going to treat the hook, the chorus vocal, with a little bit more love. We're going to listen and see if maybe we need to brighten it up to get it above the music, whatever we need to do to that. So let's go ahead. Let's make a part 2 for mixing the singer-songwriter vocal, and we'll jump into that video now.